So I probably won't be playing on a computer like ever again. So I'll usually just be like playing on phone now because I told my dad I don't see him as a dad because I told him how he made me feel because my cat spilled water and when I went out of my room I forgot about it because I went to go play with the cat, my cat Peanut, and knocked over the water. And I forgot about it, and I started crying under a blanket. I don't remember why. And then, my dad came in and ripped the blanket off my head, which took some of my hair with it, which is fine because, like, I was moving around on the blanket. Like, my hair's gonna stick to the blanket and shit. And, I was already crying, like, and I couldn't really breathe. And uh, he started yelling about like I'm almost an adult and shit, and that um like I need to start acting like it or some shit like that. So that's fine, and he started like cleaning everything up and threw stuff like that was on my dresser thing right by my bed, like on the floor. Started talking about my messy room because I've been depressed because I had to move in with him and I lived with my mom my whole entire life. So like of course I'm gonna be depressed. I need to get used to everything and all that shit and I need to accept my the new fucking reality. So when he closed the door after he was done yelling and everything. Oh, and also because I can't really speak, so I had to like scream just to get some words out. I was like, "Get out!" and then he got more mad, and um, so when he was also yelling about like what I wanted him to do, and I had to like scream to get some words out, just be like, "I don't want you to do anything," because I didn't. I just wanted him to like stop yelling and everything. And he finally closed the door and everything, turned off the light. The first time when he left my room, I thought he was done and I closed the door to turn on and I turned off the light to calm down. He slammed it back open. No warning, like at all. He just slammed it open. And I'm just like, wow, yeah. And yeah, I don't really have no fucking privacy or some shit. So that's fun. Because if he keeps like fucking doing that shit, then might as well just take my door. So, when he finally left, uh, he said, "I don't want to crash down on you this hard," like trying to make himself seem like a good guy. And I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm never gonna see you the same." Well, I didn't like think that until like a little bit later in the story. My bad. My story's kind of it's not straight because like I don't really know how to like explain it and everything, but like you'll get it once I like tell it and everything. So basically, I started hyperventilating when he finally closed the door and turned off the light. I was by myself and I really needed somebody. I started hyperventilating and I couldn't breathe. And I thought I was gonna die because I couldn't breathe. And my cat came in and was with me. I overcame the fucking hyperventilation or whatever it's called. So that's good. And when I told my dad, not the one I'm living with, and I told my mom, um I told my nana, and she told me that I need to eat and stuff, and then talk to him, tell him how he made me feel. So I ate, I got the courage, and then I texted him because I knew I wouldn't be able to say it out loud. And I was just like, it was the whole entire fucking paragraph. I'm just like, hey, dad, I wanted to let you know what you did last night was not okay. You really hurt me. You really hurt my feelings. And then when you left and everything, and you closed the door, I started hyperventilating, and you left me when I really needed you. And he's just like, he literally texted back, nah, man, you were in trouble. So I told him, that's why I don't see you as a dad. Because a dad does not leave their child to hyperventilate and then just responds with, nah, man, you're in trouble. I will forever stand by that. And my mom's just like, oh, you need to apologize. You really hurt him. He didn't know what to do because, like, this is his first time, like, being around you when you have an attack. No excuse. That is a fuck ass excuse. Because when my friends barely even knew me and I started to have an attack, they were with me. And a bunch of other times when people barely even knew me and I needed help, they helped me. So father, my own father left me to hyperventilate. And once I texted, this is why you don't see you as a father. He fucking kicked the door open, took my PC thing, which I don't really care about because it's his anyways. Like, he can take it back whenever he wants. Then he took my phone, which I'm just like, okay, okay, I get the PC thing, but my phone, like, oh my god. And then I gave it to him anyways, and then I stayed calm. I kept trying to explain. He just kept yelling about like, I'm your father, blah blah blah. I can do this because I'm your father. I'm just like, okay, you get to say that. And then when I finally was able to speak, I kept my voice like calm and everything. I'm just like, I understand you're mad. I was mad too. That's why I said that. And then he started yelling again, and then he started hitting the fucking wall, being like, I'm your dad, blah blah blah, like yelling it, and I'm just like, oh, why did my mom marry this man? Like, oh my god. And then he like when I finally woke up because I went to bed, when I finally woke up, he was outside my window, like yelling on the phone to my mom and shit about like what I did. And then I'm just like, okay, out of anywhere outside my window. That's kind of weird, but whatever. I don't know, I guess he's trying to get to me or some shit like that. So I just waited out, and then when he came back in, my sister, not my sister, my dad started like talking to my sister and everything. And then he was like, "Yeah, I was just talking to your mom and everything." And then after some time, my they started like talking more, and then my dad was just like, "Oh yeah, we went to get ice cream," and I'm just like, "Okay, let's go." They went to go get ice cream. We should probably calm down. And then he started talking shit. He just started talking shit and everything, and I'm just like, "Whoa, how did we get here?" Because like I was in my room. I've been in my room ever since. Like I would not let him see me or anything. And he's just like, "Yeah, I was just talking to your mother and everything." And then they started like talking shit and everything, like my sister and shit. My dad was just like, "Yeah, what your sister did, blah blah blah. It was trying to manipulate the situation, like she had no right saying that." Never mentioning how he left me to hyperventilate and then said, "No, man, you were in trouble." Never mentioned that, which is just wow. Okay. And then, uh, my sister was just like, "Yeah," and I was like, her trying to apologize. She was trying to manipulate the situation and everything. Uh, hello? You were even there? Like, what the fuck? And, yeah. And my dog was agreeing with her, with them, being like, "Yeah, blah, blah, blah," and, not ever telling them about leaving their own child to hyperventilate, leaving their child to hyperventilate. Child. Wow. Anyways, so, yeah, I still stand by what I said. There's a bunch of people telling me to apologize, like my mom and shit, and I'm just like, "No." And then, when I was talking to my mom, I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell the people at school once I get to school and everything." And she's just like, "Don't make it a big deal." What the fuck? So him leaving me to hyperventilate wasn't a big deal. Me feeling like I was gonna die and him just leaving me without a second thought is not a big deal. Wow. Okay. Where the fuck are your priorities about your own child? The being that came out of you, that you gave birth to, and that everything you said before that you cared about me and everything, and that you wouldn't let shit like this happen was a lie. Wow. I can't believe I'm depressed over this bitch. I love her. I really do. And it happens, and I didn't mean to call her a bitch. I love her. She's my mom. We have our ups and downs, but what she said was not okay. Not at all. And I should have called her a bitch. I didn't mean to. It just slipped out. So basically, she didn't get her priorities straight. actually think about him leaving me to hyperventilate and feeling like I was dying without a second thought, and then defending him. Like, that is not okay. Like, I'm literally your child, and I needed him. I needed somebody, anybody, and no one was there. And he left me without a second thought. Like, that is not okay. And I stand by what I said. He is not my father. Technically, he can be, but to me, in my eyes, he never will be. He left for years, and then the first thing that happens, I'm living with him. Like, that shit is not okay. And then he thinks he can just fucking be a father again when I barely even know him and he barely even wants to get to know me, which is fucked up because he gets along with my sister great, but not me. He barely even tries with me. And I'm just like, wow, I am not gonna like it here. And I try to do everything that he said so we can like be cool. But I've been realizing it's not gonna go anywhere, like at all. And I'm gonna be posting on my phone. So if you don't like me posting on my phone and everything, and like you only watch me when I post on my computer, that is perfectly fine. There's a bunch of other creators that go on computer and everything, but I will be posting on phone because I get sometimes I don't like watching people playing on phone. So like I get that, and I hope you can find a creator that plays on computer and like you actually like watching them and everything. And I talked to my friends and like they were fully on my side and everything. And I posted a short about the text and everything because I thought I was in the wrong. And then other people were like telling me I wasn't in the wrong, and I'm just like, okay, good, because if I was in the wrong, then that would be fucked up. And yeah, what I've been doing mostly is just waiting for him to fall asleep and everything to go get food and everything. And I also have like candy in my room, so I basically just been eating that whenever I get hungry. Because like his bedroom is like in the living room, and the living room is connected into the kitchen. So yeah. And then like for school and everything, like bro, I'm gonna be walking. That was already planned before, and I'm happy to go be walking through any weather if it means like I don't have to see him or anything. Because what he did was not okay, and people are passing it as it being okay, which the only people that are passing it as being okay is literally him and my mom. Not even my stepdad, which I see as my real dad. You can never change my mind on that. He's the only one who actually showed some emotion, just be like, you need to stay leveled, don't do anything that you'll regret. And I did. I did. I accidentally texted him that shit. And then, like, he started doing all this shit, but, like, hey, he actually knows. And he left his child to hyperventilate and feel like that they were dying. And then they're saying, oh man, you were in trouble and all that shit. Like, he deserves to know that I'll never see him the same. He's never a father to me. Everything that he did, I appreciate it. Everything that he took back, I understand because it's his. It's not mine. It never was mine. And yeah, I'm not dealing with that shit. I am not going to deal with people telling me that I was in the wrong and that I need to go apologize. He needs to apologize to me first. He needs to apologize and actually see that he left his child in need, and also left his child for years and didn't pay fucking child support or nothing. Didn't even help out. And then like out of nowhere, fucking come back and then just take us out to go get food and everything, and then think that it's a-okay to be a father figure, and then act like that nothing happened. My sister may do that. My sister may accept that, but I am not going to accept that. You are not going to walk out of my life and then come back like it's holly jolly. Fucking holly jolly, I love that. Holly jolly Christmas. My bad, I got off track. And then be talking shit about me, be talking shit about your children, and be talking shit about the woman you married and is still married to. Y'all didn't get a divorce yet, which I don't understand why. Y'all clearly don't get along. Y'all clearly don't want to be married. Like, doesn't really make sense. And then for him to actually act like he cares and shit, but then also act like a fucking child whenever like it comes to like me like actually standing up to him and everything, and then just full on having a screaming fit and shit. And also he was having a screaming fit over my pills because I take like 6 pills every morning. Sorry, I want to stay leveled. Sorry, I don't want to be throwing up everywhere. Sorry, I don't want to have a sniffly nose and literally not be able to breathe because of that sniffly nose every single fucking day. Like, leave my pills alone. And then he was talking about how he thinks that I'm just taking these pills so my mom can get a check. My mom ain't getting a check. Why would we keep why would we be getting checks over pills? Like, what? And also, you have not been in my life for years. And you don't know shit about these pills. You don't know what I am without these pills. Like, I am a full blown mess without these pills. And you're just walling up in here, just be like, you shouldn't be taking these pills. And then you only gave me a couple pills and then left the other pills. And then I started having like a breakdown and shit because those were like my anxiety pills and shit. And then I'm just like, wow. Okay, it was just one bad thing. It's fine. I just moved in with him and everything. We just gotta get some time and everything. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? And then this shit, I'm just like, wow, yeah, it's not gonna be the same and everything. Like, I'm not doing this shit. I am not fucking living with this guy. Like, and my friend was talking about, oh, well, you gotta go through that for like another year until I get a job. And I'm just like, bro, as soon as I start getting paid off of YouTube, I'm saving up that money and I'm coming to y'all. Because I live an hour drive away, so that's gonna be a hell of a walk if I decide to run away. Which I'm debating. I have been debating for a day now. Because being homeless and shit is better than being here. Uh, for school, uh, damn, my friend could teach me. My friend could teach me. I can, uh, I can learn all that shit without him. I can be happy without him. With my mom and everything, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because, like, of course, she'll be worried sick. My dad, I don't even know. I don't even think he will care if I just done up and go missing. So I just don't know what to do with my other family, like my mom, my stepdad, and everything, my nana. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll probably still like call them and everything, but like they'll have to accept like I am not going back. I will come and see them and everything, but I am not coming back. I am not about to go live with that man that leaves his children to hyperventilate and feel like that they're dying and then have a screaming fit about it. Trying to make himself seem like the victim, trying to make himself seem like the good guy, and I'm in the wrong for hyperventilating and actually having emotions, not actually being pissed. Not even pissed. I was nice about it. I explained to him why I was hyperventilating, why I need him, why what he did was not okay. And what did I get? Nah, man, you were in trouble. So you get, no, you're never gonna be my dad again. He never was my dad in the first place. Like, I am never going to apologize. Like, you'll never catch me apologizing for that shit. So, yeah, that's my little vet and everything.